Hey, this is Mark again at Muletown. Just want to tell you, first of all, I'm not going to get into all of the technical jargon of recording hardware and software because, just to be honest, everybody does it their way. And so I just do it my way. And so I'm not going to get into all that, but I do want to talk to you about a band that's coming in. And I'll tell you how that I do it in my band. What I do is I have 4 rooms here, 4 separate rooms, and where I can get isolation. And so what I try to do is I try to get everybody's headphones correct, because that's very important. So I have matching headphones, so everybody's hearing the same thing. Where I don't mix match the headphones because then that gets kind of quirky. So what I do is I actually bring like our bass player in, and he comes in and he sits in the room in here, this room here where I'm at now. This is the main mixing room. And he sits here with me. He actually plays an electric upright bass. So there's no sound. The sound is only coming in the ear. I run him through a processor to give him a lot of bottom end because I like that in bluegrass. Anyway, so I get him in here with me, and I set up a vocal mic for myself. And my guitar, I just run direct. I have a pickup on it, so I run it direct because it's just easier for me. If I had a guitar player that didn't, I'd just stick a mic down there and then a scratch vocal mic. And then I put the banjo player and the mandolin player in the other 2 rooms or in 2 rooms. And I try to only do 4 things at a time because you want to get your good rhythm track down first. So what we do is we get in the studio and we put the headphones on and we're talking back and forth to each other on the microphone and the headphone. Okay, hey guys, what y'all think? And let's play this thing, and then we'll play it. We'll play it live. We don't use a click track. I don't think that you should use a click track. Just make it live, and because click track is hard to play with, especially for bluegrass people. But anyway, so I get that, and so we count it off like 2, 3, 1, do, 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 and we start and we play. And I sing a scratch vocal, or whoever, even if another guy in the band sings that song, I just do the scratch vocal for him. Anyway, we get that rhythm track down, and we listen on the headphones. We listen back, said, it kind of drug a little bit here or whatever, and so then we do it again. But once we get that rhythm track down, then we leave it. Now, you have to think about your rhythm track. Okay, even the mandolin player, what I suggest is chop the mandolin all the way through, keep the drive, and then go back and put your mandolin break on. But anyway, we'll get to that. But anyway, get that good rhythm track down. You got your live vocal on there like you've been singing it out at your venues, and you got it, and you're singing it, and everybody's got their ears feeling good. Now, that's very important. You got to get your ears feeling good. You got to know what you're hearing and it takes a little while, and sometimes you have to play for 30 minutes, an hour, or whatever to get that feel. But once you get that feel, then you got it. But then once you get that rhythm track down and you plan it out where the mandolin break's going to be, where the dobro's going to play, or you can put a fiddle on it later, where that's going to be, and if your scratch guy can kind of lead you into that, he can kind of tell you, okay, mandolin here, and he can talk to you so the banjo player, he's chunking or whatever he's going to do. So anyway, that's how I do it here. So we get the rhythm tracks down first with the scratch vocal, and then everybody kind of lets their ears breathe. They come out of the room, they come in, we turn the speakers on here in the house here, and we turn them on and we play it back, and everybody kind of listens. Well, I think we can do it better. Or sometimes, well, I don't know, man, that was pretty good, and we're going to let that go. That doesn't mean you can't change it at some point, but one thing you got to realize, it's not going to be perfect. It wants to be as perfect as possible, but just remember, if it drug just a little bit, you're hearing it, but 99% of the people are not going to hear it. Now, I am not one to let something go. I don't want to let anything go. I'm just going to tell you that. But I also know what to let go and what not to let go. So that's part of me being a producer and an engineer and a friend. That's what I am. So anyway, we're going to do the next thing. But the first thing is, let's get those 4 tracks down. Let's get that mandolin. Let's get that guitar. Let's get that bass. And let's get that banjo. And so those are the things. And then once you get that, then we can go back and fix anything after that as far as a rhythm is concerned. Okay? Next video coming up. Thanks.